Ready, play.
Sofia Kenin to get us underway.
Good rally right from the start. I think both players just trying to settle in a little bit, just rallying up down the center of the court, just trying to find the rhythm. I think both players know that what each other's games are going to bring. We mentioned that they played each other a couple times. It has been a couple years. Last time they faced each other was in 2020, so it's been a little while. But Kenin very well aware that Azarenka is such a consistent player, very good competitor, and likewise for Azarenka, Kenin can be so solid at the baseline when she's on.
Yes, they haven't played one another in around 3 years. Kenin's hardly played anyone in a good couple of years. The injuries she's had really stymied her career. But she's still very young, only 24 years old.
Game, Kenin. And
it's a comfortable hold for Sofia Kenin, just what the doctor ordered them, because they've already been hawk-eyed.
Hello, 15.
The voice you heard there saying fault is also pre-recorded. As we were saying earlier, no line judges.
Hello, 13.
A little bit of a slow start here maybe for Azarenka, especially in that first game. Hit a couple ground strokes and very early on the court, which you're not used to seeing.
Much better service from her there. 169 kilometers per hour. That's around the average first service speed for her. She's got one of the quicker services in the women's game. That's the sign of a confident player.
That's what Kenin can do so well, is she spreads the court so nicely. She, on both her forehand and backhand side, gets such good shoulder turns that's why she's able to whip that ball cross court on that last backhand.
Comes in, takes it out of the air, and sets up 2 break points.
Thirty, 14.
Digs herself out of the hole on the second break point there with a 170 km/h service.
She caught Kenin going the wrong way. Kenin leaning, expecting that forehand, and Azarenka just snapping the wrist out wide.
Let for service.
I like the intention behind that ball from Azarenka, though. She's trying to get up on that short ball. Saw the short reply on the return, and that's the shot she needs to go for. Just misfired a little bit.
Right idea, wrong execution, but be that as it may, it sets up a third break point for Kenin in this opening Azarenka service game. Great depth of hitting from Azarenka, saves the third one.
It was just better striking through the ball, got a little bit more aggressive, more acceleration on those last backhands. So that just one little step inside the baseline makes such a huge difference. Cuts down on your opponent's time to recover.
Advantage, Azarenka.
It's a good fight back here from Azarenka.
Beautiful deft play at the net there. The drive volley prior to that, she'd probably want to have that one again. Didn't put it away as she would have liked to, but it was lovely deft volley there.
That was a smart volley going right in front of herself. You could see Azarenka expecting that cross court. It's much easier shot to hit, to get shorter in the court, the slice angle on the cross, but did a great job. Got enough underspin on that where Azarenka couldn't quite get it.
A third juice already. And a fourth break point.
Let for service. Deuce.
We heard Azarenka just trying to encourage herself, just trying to get through this game, just having to fight hard. It's a good pickup at the baseline.
Kenin holding to love in around a minute and a half, and then 4 deuces in this opening service game for Azarenka that's lasted 8 minutes already. Second double fault sets up break point number 5. The crowd can see how close that one was. Hawkeye telling us it was literally 1 millimetre out.
Yeah.
5th time's the charm, and it's a break for Sofia Kenin. She certainly earned it. She took it the hard way in the end,
by 2 games to
but she
love.
gets her reward.
We've been talking about how Kenin hasn't had a ton of match play, having to had an ankle injury last year. Had a picture of there was a cast on her right leg, but then recently was in the gym and has been able to play some tournaments at the end of last year, and actually played 2 lead-up tournaments before the Australian Open. Did well in Hobart, getting to the semifinals.
She did. Disappointment for her, losing to Elisabetta Cocciaretto in the semis. She still did very well there. Picked up 3 wins prior to that. Beating Zhu in the first round, Zanevska in the second, and Kalinina in the third. Prior to that, she played in Auckland and got through to the second round, where she had to face Coco Gauff, which is never easy. Lost that one 6-4, 6-4. She's looking the more comfortable of the 2 former champions at the moment.
Yeah, doesn't look like she's rushing at all, and you get the sense that Azarenka is the one that's being rushed a little bit. The ball coming off with quite a bit of pace from Kenin.
Lovely point,
good,
short
yeah.
but very sweet.
No, I was going to say Azarenka is, one of the best movers on the tour, but Kenin is the one that's been really just continuously spreading the court, keeping Azarenka on the run.
Well, I'm going to say it now. She's not lost a point on service yet, Kenin. 7 out of 7. There we go. 7 out of 8. Knew that one was coming. Just trying to balance things up a little bit and give Vika a chance on the Kenin service, because she hasn't had a look in thus far.
Yeah, she was still in charge of that point. Kenin just misjudged that last ball, got caught a little bit too close to her.
That's Maxime Choutakian, who is Vika's coach, 6 years younger than her. Well, I've opened the floodgates now, haven't I? It was 7 out of 7, and now she can't seem to buy a point on her own service.
It was just interesting choices from Kenin, opting to choose the forehand slice 2 times in a row, just trying to change the pace, but Azarenka handled it very well.
Puts that one away. consolidates the break and leads 3-love at the first sit down. How much breeze there was, so we're not going to see that now.
Well, it's worked.
Exactly, she's 1 for 1 skirtless.
15-11.
She definitely looked better with her quick movement there, much better footwork. They're taking those few extra steps that we're used to seeing from Azarenka. It's much better.
It's an absolute riot of colour as well. Perhaps she's trying to put Kenin off and give Kenin this almost multicoloured Rorschach test to look at to try and throw her off balance. There's a lot of room for Kenin to use there to try to pass Azarenka. Elected to go for the lob and didn't quite execute it. Azarenka off the hook as far as that point was concerned.
A 40-15.
Tekion is Azarenka's coach, a former player, didn't quite make it as a player and has turned to coaching.
Cain, Azarenka.
A comfortable hold for Azarenka, just what she needed after struggling first time out. And it's she's finally on the board. It's her first game. Went 0 for 3 with the skirt.
I think maybe the skirt was, I don't know, it was bothering her at times. It was pretty blowy, and sometimes if you feel like it's just a distraction, so got rid of it. I know last year she played too a similar outfit in Guadalajara at the 1000 event there. She did very well in that event, played extremely well.
She did towards the end of the year, didn't she? Yes. Made the semis in Guadalajara, where she lost to the eventual champion Jessica Pegula. Many people's tip to win this 2023 Australian Open. Pegula, who defeated Iga Świątek at the United Cup and really laid down a marker there.
So calm. She made that shot look easy. That wasn't as easy as it looked. It kept dropping low, and you do have to head up on the ball. But she got great depth on that. Such good use of the hands and the wrist on that shot.
Yeah, she had to get it up and down over one of the highest parts of the net. Well, the lobs aren't working at the moment for Kenin.
Azarenka handled that well.
15-13.
The drop shot is something we saw from Kenin a lot when she won this tournament a couple years ago. She used that shot so effectively. Right now they're landing a little bit deeper than she would like, but Azarenka got back for that overhead really well. Used that back leg just to get the pace on the overhead smash.
Two break points for Azarenka to try to get it back on service. And she only needs the one, and it is indeed back on service. Kenin leads it 3-2, but Azarenka gets the break back.
Kenin leads by...
Kenin might have something to say about that, though.
Low 15.
She hits the backhand really well. That's one of her favorite shots, but it's so tough to tell where she's going to hit. Her preparation is the same when she's setting up to hit cross court and down the line. It can be so difficult to read. You can see Azarenka just got frozen at the baseline.
You at home and the fans in the stadium got to see just how well that was hit right down the line. It was her fourth backhand winner already, compared with 2 forehand winners.
15 on.
Oh, a couple return mistakes. Kenin had a good look at both of those last couple second serve returns, just maybe adjusting a little bit too much. Missed the backhand well long, that one just in the net. Still good to see that she's trying to get aggressive on the second serve.
That one gets the crowd on their feet.
40-15.
That's good court coverage from Azarenka, and she just anticipated so well, was really watching how Kenin was setting up for that forehand. Saw that she was going to hit that ball inside out.
A 40-13.
And Kenin's so strong at the ball that comes down the middle of the court, being able to create an angle for herself. It's sometimes that down the middle ball is so good to use because it's hard to create an angle, but that's one of Kenin's strengths. That one right off the baseline.
Yes, that last ground stroke from Kenin must have clipped the back of the baseline. I think Azarenka was expecting it to go out. So from 40-15 back to deuce. Azarenka taking her time on service. The service clock had ticked down from 25 to 1 there. There's no service clock on the second service. What a point. She certainly enjoyed that, Azarenka.
Well, that's why Azarenka needs to
Advantage.
be throughout the rally is inside that baseline. That's where she's most comfortable. And right after that deep ball, she immediately moved forward, took this ball out of the air, timed that well. Sometimes that high ball, when you let it get up too high, you're unable to get the pace. But she really swung through that ball nicely. Used that left arm very well.
Big service and follows it up, and she does indeed hold. Trying to work a little bit for it, but we are back to 3-all.
3 games over.
Well, she did a good job of coming back down from 3-love. Obviously didn't look to me that comfortable in the first couple of games, but somehow was able to switch that around. That can be challenging for some players if you're just not feeling comfortable, but Azarenka, just such a good competitor.
Dictated that rally, Azarenka.
Hello, 15.
I think part of it is she's moving better too. And now she's being able to get into these longer rallies, and that can help your rhythm too. And just if you can keep just striking the ball, get into these 15, 16 rally shots, that's what helps you feel more comfortable.
Pounced on that second service. It's only 139 kilometers per hour, but it sat up very nicely for Azarenka. Alex Kenin muttering away to himself. So, 3 break points after a rather tame backhand into the net from Kenin. Canny service down the middle saves the first one, but she's not out of the woods yet. It's wonderful innovation for the crowd to be able to see these close calls on the screens. Great second service, but then the backhand goes long, and Azarenka has won 4 in a row. She's a break to the good, leading 4-3, and will get to serve with new balls. She shows to her opponent.
Love 15.
You could see there's a good example of the ball just coming back so quickly. But you're right, I think a lot of it depends on the conditions as well. We know today we were talking about these are perfect conditions. Tomorrow's going to be a lot hotter, which makes the ball even fly through the air much faster. It also can bounce a lot higher with more heat. And a lot of times the new balls favor the player that's serving because just shoots through the court, and sometimes for the returner it can be a little bit tougher to control in the first couple games.
Yes, temperature set to be in the high 30s tomorrow, Tuesday, and then could be down into the high teens by Wednesday or Thursday.
30-15.
Melbourne famous or infamous for its swings in the weather.
Really smart defensive shot from Azarenka, choosing that slice, but it was that she got the depth as well.
Shrug of the shoulder and a mutter from Kenin to her coach and father, who is up that end of the court.
For 40-13.
Clever return from Kenin, straight back down the middle. Returning with pace right at the feet of Azarenka. That was a big service from Azarenka, but a great return from Kenin.
Somehow was able to find the depth on that return. I was surprised. I thought Azarenka may have had a chance to do a little more with that forehand off that return. It landed so short in the court. Got Kenin back into that point.
As you can hear, it's Kenin with the wind in her sails here. It was 40-15 on the Azarenka service, and now it's a point for a break back to get it back to 4-all for Kenin.
Use.
An ace when she needs it the most, and I'm sure we'll see that one. The fans here will see how close a call that was. 167 kilometers per hour right down the tee, just clipping the tee.
That was a good time to change it up too, because Kenin has been covering that out wide serve. Azarenka, the majority of the time, has been going in that direction.
Disappointed there. She did all the hard work.
Azarenka.
She's negating, she can see how frustrated she is with herself. She's negating the Azarenka service, which is arguably Vika's main weapon. Celebrating every point, every winner.
She got up to this ball well. Somehow found the angle from so deep in the court.
Frustration because again she knew she got herself back into the rally, did all the hard work, and then an unforced error into the net and
got the side she wanted to, that backhand. She had so much time on the ball.
Frustration from Kenin, father and daughter there. A huge hold in the context of this first set. Azarenka follows up the break of service, and she's now won 5 games in a row. Doesn't feel like she's won 5 games in a row.
They've been so close. Yeah, no, it's been a really good competitive match. I mean, I've been impressed with how Azarenka's really lifted her level, especially with her footwork. It has to be so precise because of how early Kenin takes the ball. She rushes you. She likes to be on top of that baseline, so the footwork's so important for Azarenka.
We can see how important that was for Azarenka. So Kenin serving to stay in the first set. She's been broken twice in a row.
I love 15.
Cain backhand drop shot into the net. Now, pressure points. Azarenka winning the pressure points. Pressure points are more or less anything that's after 30 all in a game. So when the game is pretty much on the line, and there have been 21 pressure points so far, lots of juices, those are all pressure points as well, and Azarenka's won 2/3 of them.
I love 13.
And the pressure now beginning to tell on Kenin. First double fault for her, and she's loved 30 down, serving to stay in the set.
Wait, please. Thank you. Out. 15-13.
Backhand goes long from Kenin, and that sets up 2 break points, which are also 2 set points.
that's too good. Falling on her back foot. Well struck to get that pace from that position from Kenin. Great placement on the serve as well. Nice deep serve into the service box.
It was a pressure point literally and metaphorically, and she put that one away beautifully down the line, but it's still another set point for Azarenka.
Left, first serve.
No service clock after a let, or indeed after a fault. That's two that she saved, gets it back to juice. Kenin has only won 2 of 8 points on her second service in this first set. And she's on a second service here. Finally the lob works, and how.
That was well done. She's being stubborn about that play until she gets it right. Throwing in the drop shot once again. It's much better executed drop shot. Much more underspin, shorter in the court. Didn't have as much height on it as well, but what great timing on that lob.
It's almost like a golf shot. That was like a 9-iron. That was beautiful height. And then the backspin landed perfectly inside the court. So a point for 4-5.
Deuce.
Second double fault of the game and of the set for Kenin. Back to juice, back to these pressure point situations that Azarenka has done so well with in this first set.
Now you could see it before she hit it. It wasn't quite in position. All of a sudden stopped her swing mid-stroke and the ball just flew on her. Another chance now for Azarenka.
Set point number 3. Good first service crucial here for Kenin. Azarenka forcing her to hit the extra shot time and again. But Kenin handles the pressure and gets it back to juice. You get the feeling that if Kenin can hold here for the first time in 3 service games, that this set certainly is far from over.
That's just a great point from Kenin, consistently taking the ball on the rise. Azarenka trying to get a lot of height on these defensive shots just to give her time to get back into the court, but Kenin does not let that ball drop at all. Keeps Azarenka on the run.
Great service right down the tee, unreturnable, and it is a hold for the first time. Azarenka will serve in 1 minute's time for the first set, though. Reminder that these are the only two former champions in the draw, and they've been drawn together in the first round.
15-11.
Well, only 141 kilometers per hour, but that's swinging away so beautifully. Oh, she was obviously listening to me. I said it's by no means a foregone conclusion. And how about that? An ace and then an unreturnable service. That's 101 miles per hour. Backhand down the line that Kenin loves so much.
30-15.
Oh, you could hear her feet just making those adjustments. I love after this backhand, she immediately moved forward, expecting the shorter shot from Azarenka. This great movement up to the ball.
For the first time, ball toss and then it's aborted. Something that Azarenka has done throughout the years. Forehand into the net. Unforced error from Kenin, number 23, sets up another 2 set points for Azarenka, but this time it's on Vika's racket. She only needs the one. Finally, a gutsy hold from Azarenka, and she takes the first set in 56 minutes.
Out. 15-11.
Fold. Out.
40-11.
Despite the fact that she tried to stay in her rhythm, Vika Azarenka, during the Kenin bathroom break, she seems to be a little out of kilter here.
Game, Kenin.
It's a very comfortable hold to love for Kenin, much as was the case in the first set.
Well, that's what Kenin likes, those quick points. That's what got her to that 3-love lead. Weren't many long rallies, but already we know she's so effective at taking the ball early, rushing her opponents, but that...
13. What a great point. A shame it ended with an error as opposed to a winner. But Kenin dictating, Azarenka refusing to go away.
How Azarenka was able to turn that point around was just phenomenal, because she was on the defense on the stretch, and that one slice down the line, she just got back into the court so quickly. That's how she was able to then change defense to offense.
Third, 11.
Warm applause from the crowd here on Margaret Court Arena for that ace down the tee. The first of the set and third of the match. And an equally effective service. It won't count as an ace, but unreturnable first services, that will be a stat that will be interesting to see.
She's just doing really well at giving that variety, showing that variety to Kenin. She had some kind of the flat, hard shot that time, the slice off pace.
Well, anyone would think she's a multiple Grand Slam winner with almost 2 decades of experience. Certainly parlaying all of that. Great variety, keeping Kenin guessing all the time, and a very strong hold there from Azarenka. She was World Junior Champion, Azarenka, in 2005, 18 years ago.
15-11.
Beautiful drop shot from Kenin, rolling back the years to 2020 when she won the tournament here.
That was well disguised also, and where she hit that ball well inside the baseline. I think Azarenka throughout that point, her ground strokes just a little bit short in the court.
Double bounce. And she's found her range on those drop shots. She's ready already. Quick game's a good game. Kenin holds and leads 2-1 in the second set, Azarenka having taken the first.
Kenin leads by 2 games to 1.
No courts, 11 outside courts, all very busy at the moment. Well, even when she loses the point, Kenin, she's looking better.
Yeah, there's great movement up to that ball. She hustled well, made Azarenka hit one extra shot. Azarenka in the perfect spot, covering that down the line as well. Executed drop shot.
Great depth of service, but even better depth of return.
15 all.
She's looking pretty confident right now, Kenin. Like the response, giving herself some positive energy after a good shot. That was a great angle.
Fifteen, 13.
Fault.
Literally is making Azarenka hit an extra shot every time, because that looked to be an unreturnable service, and still Kenin got it back in.
Oh, I thought for a moment Azarenka was going to take that ball out of the air, but love that she took her time, let that ball bounce.
Fault.
It's an unfortunate miss for Kenin. It was a really good return. You get the sensation that Azarenka is starting to feel that pressure. Kenin is playing really strong out of the gates in this second set. So for her to miss that ball, she knows that that could have been an opportunity.
Lots of pressure from Kenin, but she needs something to show for it. Huge service from Azarenka, and no miracle return from Kenin this time, and it's a hold to 30. Didn't feel like a comfortable hold to 30, the way that Kenin was returning service, but as we say, nothing to show for it as yet. She's been serving incredibly well in the second set, Kenin, and she needs to do that again now. 2 games all. She's serving well. She's laying down those drop shots very well.
15-11.
I just found that range on the drop shot. The first couple in the first set had so much height, and now she's getting it just over the net with some good backspin.
Out.
Fifteen all.
She's only had 2 unforced errors this set, Kenin, after 23 in the first. That certainly helped her cause.
A 15-13.
I keep doing it, don't I? She hasn't lost a point on first service, and then she loses 2 or 3 in a row. And
that always happens.
And she's really tightened the screws here. That was just a second unforced error, and then she has 2 in a row. 15-30, a little bit of pressure on her. Azarenka, sensing that the pressure was on her opponent, pounces on that second service that was just 138 kilometers per hour and sets up the first break points of this second set. Pressure, what pressure? She seems to step up to the plate
30-14.
very often when she finds herself 15-40 down. She saved a number of break points in this match as Kenin. Saved 5 out of 7 in the first set. Saved 1 already here. And there are a few spots of rain coming down on Margaret Court Arena. Saves 2 of them.
I like Kenin's reaction there too. Throws up her arm. Almost like, where was that? But she got it done. Really good depth on these ground strokes.
Yes, where was that before? But if you can call them up at 15-40 and 30-40, then don't complain too much. As we see Azarenka mentioning the fact that it is raining, and down comes Aline Rocha. She's going to see what the lines are like. Obviously, the painted lines are ever so slightly more slippery when there is a little bit of rain around. Asking the ball kids to get some towels. Two all, juice on the Kenin service, and then the weather intervenes, only ever so slightly, but if it's enough to make the lines a little bit slippery, then it can be slightly dangerous for the players.
You could see a little bit of mist when Azarenka started putting her foot on the line just to check it, but now it looks like it might have just passed by, hopefully.
Towels being brought out in greater numbers.
These courts in particular do tend to dry very quickly. I remember from past years, they do tend to dry up pretty quickly, which is nice. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a delay.
They're going to dry even more quickly if they've got 3 ball kids beavering away there.
Thank you.
Doing sterling work. They do everything, these ball kids. They get the balls back, they feed the balls to Azarenka during the... Yep. They get some nice uniforms, though. Big round of applause from the Margaret Court Arena crowd for the great work from the ball kids. And we get back to the action. 2 apiece, juice on the Kenin service. She saved 2 break points. Can she get back into her rhythm here?
Advantage Kenin.
Those drop shots serving her. Last game with these balls. They'll be changed again after this one. What a point. It only involved 6 shots, but they're all great.
Yeah, that was a fantastic rally. The shot making from the positions that both women were in was just absolutely incredible, showing such good hands from both of them. Great pickup here from Azarenka. Knew she had to take that one on the rise because Kenin was already making her way to cover the open court.
Fault.
Azarenka taking her time here. Gets into the service motion just at the end of the 25 seconds.
3-11.
25 seconds between points to be in your service motion
Out.
Nice footwork there. Side-footed straight back to the ball kids by the net. About the angle on that cross-court backhand from Vika.
From that position as well, but you can
40,
just
11.
didn't hesitate, had a very clear picture of what she wanted to do with this ball, decided so early she was going to go for that angle.
Game.
A hole to love. Since that
balls,
mini rain delay, it's been nothing but points won on service. Now, change of balls, and that's going to be a change of racket for both players. Ball's going to be coming off the strings a little bit more quickly, so you'd want rackets that are brand new in terms of the stringing, a little bit more tightness, a little bit more control. Kenin shows the new balls to Azarenka. 3 apiece in the second set.
Fault.
Beautifully done from Kenin.
15-11.
One of the longest rallies of the match, but really good job. As soon as you see your opponent in a position struggling on that stretch, did a good job of getting a few feet inside the baseline.
Great service down the tee.
30-11.
Kenin ready very quickly. Has to wait a little bit for Azarenka to get into position. Alex Kenin, coach and father of Sofia. 9 points in a row, well, in fact, 11 points in a row won on service. You know what's going to happen now.
Azarenka's winning this point.
12 points in a row, won on service. It's a hole to love for Kenin. She leads 4-3, Azarenka having taken the first set. 12 points in a row, won on service. Azarenka's 4 from 4 on second service in this set.
And both players during that break just really staying within themselves, looking straight forward, not really looking over at their team boxes, just completely just trying to stay present and in the moment for themselves.
Not listening to the music, not dancing, not looking on the big screen to see if they've been captured. Great service. Yes, not looking at their boxes. Coaching is allowed this year, at the Australian Open. And there is one of the coaches, Alex Kenin, father of Sofia.
That's really good serving from Azarenka.
Game Azarenka.
Wow.
How about that? Couple of aces in the mix there. 2 aces in that game, 3 in the set, 5 in the match for Azarenka. Certainly came out of that little delay, all guns blazing. After 16 points in a row, one on service, finally one goes against, and it goes the way of Azarenka, who's now only 7 points away from making it through to the second round.
This is a big moment as well, and Kenin's got to keep being aggressive like she has been, but she knows Azarenka is going to be so rock solid. That's too good. That was a great get from Azarenka as well. It was right on the baseline in the center of the court, and Kenin going for that angle instead of the depth. That was a really smart choice.
Depth of return from Azarenka.
15-13.
It's just tough to keep running from side to side to get a chance to get a hit on the shot. It was great execution from Kenin throughout that entire rally.
Paints the line and sets up a break point. A break point that will be huge.
13-14.
This one forehand looked like it was going to maybe go wide for a second. No hesitation there from Azarenka to take that ball out of the air. Just got a little rushed on that backhand. Azarenka pulled it wide. Went for such an acute angle on the backhand. That was the right thing to do.
Advantage, Kenin.
So successful at the swing volley. Pressure does build up in such a later stage in the match. Just went for too much on that backhand.
What could have been a break point and almost a virtual match point now becomes a point for a 5-4 lead for Kenin.
Deuce.
Azarenka still battling. She wants to get this done. The net cord helps her. It's a double bounce, and it is another break point for Azarenka.
Really unfortunate timing there for Kenin, for Kenin's sake. It was a good rally. I like that she went for that forehand down the line when she got pulled out wide, but just brought it too central. Azarenka had a play on it.
A point for Azarenka to break and take a 5-4 lead and serve for the match. She really seems to step up on break points, doesn't she, Kenin?
That was gutsy, yeah. But she trusts her backhand side in particular so much, so did not hesitate there. Make sure she got that in her strike zone.
She saved 8 break points in the match, 4 in this set. Hear that both players have upped the intensity.
Advantage, Kenin.
Azarenka vocalizing on every shot, and then the come on from Kenin as she wins the point.
Game.
And she holds a huge hold, staves off break points and leads 5-4 in the second set.
Kenin leads by 5 games to 4.
What a hold that was. Staring down the barrel of being broken in the 9th game and having your opponent then having the opportunity to serve it out. Real guts there from the 2020 champion.
Yeah, she's playing really well. I mean, I know it's on serve in the second set, but I do feel like Kenin's the one that's been in more control of these points, going after her shots. I think because it's on serve, I think Azarenka's just been serving exceptionally well in this second set. Hasn't given many clean looks on the return for Kenin, because I feel like Kenin's been the one that's shown more energy, just played these points a little bit stronger in my opinion.
Time.
Well, Azarenka, instead of coming out to serve for the match, she's now coming out to serve to stay in the second set. Reminder that if this set goes to 6-all, we'll have a tiebreaker, a conventional one, first to 7, 2 points clear. It's only in the deciding set, so 3rd set of a women's match, 5th set of a men's match, that there's the 10-point tiebreaker. So the pressure points won. It was 14-7 in favour of Azarenka. And of the past 21, Kenin has won 14 to Azarenka's 7. Those pressure points, anything from 30 all onwards.
I like that combination from Azarenka, that forehand so high and deeper and heavier. And then following through on that backhand, move through that nicely, no hesitation to continue moving through forward to the net.
Very deep first service.
The placement on the serve has just been exceptional. I think it's been better in this set.
40-11.
Bright sunshine now, as you can see on your screens. Chose the right way to go, put it away with a plum and holds to love. Great anticipation and execution.
5 games on.
I just happened to guess the right way here, Azarenka, but to be able to hit that shot from such an aggressive position and forehand from Kenin, it's great timing.
Out. 15-11.
Typical Melbourne weather. Now you can see how bright the sun is after we had a few minor rain delays in the second set. Just a few spots of rain, but now most of the court bathed in sunshine.
30-11.
Both players serving very well in the second set. Kenin, 91% of her first service is in. There's won 26 of 31 points on that first service.
$30-15.
Oh, I don't mind her going for that because she's been pretty much successfully winning those points when she's thrown in the drop shot. That looked like last-minute decision. Just needed to be a little bit clearer earlier to go for that drop shot.
Depth and accuracy from both players there was astounding.
I think
40-15.
also from Kenin to run back for that lob and to get organized, because sometimes you can lose your way, lose the judgment of the ball, but she did that exceptionally well and got the ball deep in the court.
And immediately went back to dominating the rally. Another almost faultless service game from Kenin, and she leads 6-5 in the second set. To USA.
Oh, it's a great return to start off that point for Kenin.
I love 15.
High intensity tennis from both players.
15 on.
I was actually a little surprised Kenin waited on that second serve return a bit. She's been just taking that ball so early, and that time just wanted a little extra time.
Nervous times for the 2012 and 2013 champion. 5-6, 15-30. So coach Maxime Choutakian.
She
catches that toss quite a bit, but I like that she's being picky about that toss. Don't want to get away from that. She's been hitting her spots nicely.
Fourth ace of the set for her, sixth of the match. Came at a very opportune moment as well, at 5-6, 15-30. Waited for that second service, feasted on it, and sets up a break point that is also a set point. The first break point of the set.
first serve.
Azarenka threw everything into that first service, but it clipped the net on the way over. She can take her time now, no service clock. Out. 169 kilometers per hour. Almost her fastest of the contest.
Went her one of her best serves that out wide, gets a lot of pace. Is consistently able to hit that corner. Even if your opponent knows you're going there, you want to go to that best serve on break point down. That was smart, a little bit more into the body.
Azarenka.
Haven't seen many body serves from Azarenka, but it was a smart choice.
Game.
Just fails to clip the line, and we're going to a tiebreaker.
Wow, that was close. I mean, that must have just barely missed. She cannot believe she missed that ball. Wow.
6 games all, tiebreak.
2 or 3 millimeters. Game of fine margins, always has been, and it's always going to be when you've got two former champions going toe-to-toe. Tiebreaker. First to 7, 2 points clear.
Thank you.
Of course, if we go to a third set, it will be a full third set, not immediately to a championship tiebreaker.
One, 0.
One service there
Kenin.
from Kenin. She's held. There'll now be 2 each.
Yeah, Azarenka trying to change the rhythm there, get some height, but that just sat up there for Kenin to attack.
So 2 services each now. After 6 points, there'll be a change of ends. Oh, the depth and accuracy of Kenin gets the mini break.
2-0. Kenin.
Again, just a little bit too short there from Azarenka. Those slices just landing so short in the court. Kenin getting those legs nice and low just helps with that balance. That was nice.
Thank you.
Azarenka needs a big first service here.
2-1.
Good call, Drew.
Kenin.
Biggest of the match, 173 kilometers per hour. Didn't take a genius to call that one, though, really. You're a mini breakdown in a tiebreaker. Needs a big service there. Takes a very good player to come up with one, though, and that is exactly what Azarenka did. An ace from Azarenka, then a double fault from Kenin. Her father and coach has his head in his hands.
Can't watch. It's a nervous wreck.
It's not over just yet. Taking a long time on the ball bouncing and then the toss.
3-2.
Throws the ball away in
Azarenka.
frustration and disgust. A double fault, then an unforced error. All of a sudden, Azarenka, who was a mini break down, is a mini break to the good. Azarenka with one service from the far end. And there'll be a quick change of ends. I say quick, they'll take the time. It's a tiebreaker with everything on the line. Takes that out of the air, and she's already
4-2.
almost changing ends.
Azarenka.
4-2.
That was excellent from Azarenka. It was a great return. It wasn't easy change of direction on the forehand from Azarenka. She just controlled the ball so well, and love that she's still trying to take these balls out of the air.
Thank you. 5-2.
Huge serving.
Azarenka.
From
Ball
love
down,
2 to
please.
5-2.
Ball down, please. Thank you.
Kenin staying alive, staying very determined.
5-3. Azarenka.
She's dug herself a few holes today, Kenin, as proven by the fact that she's had to face 10 break points. She saved 8 of them. She finds herself 2-5 down in a tiebreaker, but isn't backing down. Crucial point coming up here, though. Drop shot that served her so well when she won in 2020, and also throughout this second set just fails to deliver this time around, and Azarenka now has 3 match points, 2 of them on her racket. Taking her time here, though.
Game, set, match. Azarenka. 2 sets to love. 6-4, 7-6.
What a performance from Victoria Azarenka. The 2012 and 2013 champion overcomes Sofia Kenin in an epic match, 2 hours and 5 minutes. 6-4, 7-6. A real battle between the 2 former champions, and it's Azarenka that comes out on top, winning the crucial points and really stepping up when it mattered the most, particularly in that second set tie.